Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, guys. God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Happy Tuesday, by the way. I hope you guys had a blessed weekend. Over here, it's been raining nonstop. Literally, it's been a crazy week, and we're gonna have rain, I think, through Friday. So I really don't know if I'm gonna be working this week, which is totally fine. I've been overworking my body, so in a way, this is kind of a blessing. But I tend to just not like being home. But it's just, we'll take it as it comes, right? But anyways, I wanted to talk about two things. One is I actually wanted to show you guys how this wheel and the tire have held up throughout these couple of weeks. And as well, I want to talk about a email I received. Hey, Carlos, what do you think about tips? So that's what we're going to talk about. And so stay tuned. Let me get everything ready, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. So let's just do a quick... I really don't know if this is going to be a really good comparison, but this is the front passenger side, guys. I'm going to spray it as well as the wheel. Let's see how it reacts. All right, so this wheel is flat. Obviously, guys, like I said, I haven't cleaned this wheel. There's nothing on this wheel, no tire dressing, nothing. So it's pretty flat. Even the wheels are pretty flat, very flat. So you can hopefully see that in the video. And again, I apologize if maybe this doesn't do justice, but let's go to the rear one. This is the one that I use the ArmorALL, the one I use the ArmorALL tire dressing coating, as well as the wheel coating. So let's maybe get you guys on this angle, and let's see how it reacts. Let's see. So there is definitely still something left on the tire. That is actually pretty cool. And like I said, guys, this was done on I even put my Sharpie on there, 5/1. So since 5/1, I haven't touched these wheels. Let's hit this wheel. Let's see. There is still protection on this wheel, guys. There is still protection on this wheel. Alrighty, guys, so before I end this quick video, like I said, guys, I wanted to talk about obviously an update. I wanted to talk about an update on these two products. So far, I think it's doing its job. Again, like I said, this probably wasn't a very good comparison video, as well as lighting. Some are gonna say you can't tell, but you can definitely tell the difference between that front tire and this rear tire. All right, so again, this was just the update on these two products. But before I end this video, guys, like I said, I was emailed a question about, hey, Carlos, what do you think about tips? All right, but before I go into that, while I was out here working or doing this video, shout out to Detail Alchemist. He brought a wine bottle for my fiance Selena. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the love and the support. I'm sure she's gonna love it. So very cool little bottle too. That's a fancy bottle, so I'm definitely not gonna use it too much or drink it all. But anyways, guys, let's get to the to that question I was asked about. Carlos, what do you think about tips? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, well, I'm having this issue where the customer, I do a great job, I do an amazing job, but when I finish, I don't get a tip. I really don't know how to answer that, guys, just because obviously tips are expected if you're working at a car wash. From my car wash experience, I expect a tip from a customer at a car wash, whether it's 50 cents, 25 cents. Shoot, I don't even remember this football player, but he played for the Cowboys. and he showed up to this car wash I was working at, and he legit tipped 50 cents. I'll never forget that. But regardless, thankfully he didn't tip me. I really don't care about tips. I get paid to work. But at the end of the day, guys, if you are a mobile detailer, don't expect a tip from a customer. Why? Now you're running your own business, right? You're on your own. Tips are great. I'm not gonna get, I've had customers, they have tipped me amazingly, but I do not expect a tip. Do you expect a tip, bro? Nope. This is Detail Alchemist. He's out in Melissa, Texas, and he's the one that brought me the bottle. But going back to that question, don't expect a tip from a customer, guys, just because you are your own boss, right? Plain and simple. And I'm always going to be saying this: if you charge correctly, if you charge accordingly, the tip will never be a problem, right? But we need to get out of that comfort or out of that zone where I hear that a lot of times. Man, this customer didn't tip me. I did a freaking badass job, and I hope YouTube doesn't ding me for that word. But and I'm not gonna lie, there was a point in my life I'd be like, man, that's because I worked at a car wash, right? So my mentality was, oh, I'm gonna get tipped after every job, right? No, you're not gonna get tipped after every job, because now you're your own boss. Customers tend to understand, like, I think it's different between a detailer or your professional business, and if you work at a car wash. At a car wash, you barely make $7.25, $8.25. Yeah, a tip is expected because you're out there all day, every day. But now that you're your own boss, don't expect a tip every job. If they tip you, hey, God is good, that's amazing. But don't ever expect, don't get mad if you don't get a tip because he was like, man, probably this customer didn't like my job and I didn't get tipped. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. But get out of that, get that out of your head. And I say that in the most humble way. Like I said, I'm not the best. Mine is just input of what I've acquired over 24 years of doing this. So if you work at a car wash, yeah, expect a tip at the end of the day. Some places they give it to you, some places they put it in the mailbox, right? But if you are your own boss, don't expect a tip. Do your work, do amazing, and charge accordingly. And that's where truly the blessing is. If you charge correctly, I pretty much say that if I charge correctly, the tip is pretty much in that price, right? But that's just the way I think about it. There's been times where the customers will give me tips and I say, hey, thank you, right? But it is not always a necessity to have that tip. So that's just my input on that, and I hope some way, somehow this kind of helped. But don't expect a tip from the customers. If you're your own boss, customers, they will pay your price. If like I always say, presentation is key. If you do your due diligence on the work, right? If you do a great job, customer will take care of you, right? There's times where I'm working, customers like, hey, come inside and eat, I made you some food, and stuff like that. That's truly all part of, that's my tip. Customers know that I love to eat, so they tend to always feed me wherever I go. But at the end of the day, guys, my input on tips, don't expect them. Just do your work, charge accordingly, and it will pay off, right? But anyways, this video was mostly the input on these two products, an update on there. Today's the 18th, and hopefully you guys saw a little bit of how they have been doing. So we've been getting a lot of rain. It's literally raining on me right now. But hopefully this video helped you guys, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys on the next video.